what we want to do today is create an example of what your room looks like. So if we want to do that, we'll open this room background. There's two views to Alice. There's the scene setup and there's the code setup. So when we go to the scene setup, we're going to build the scene. We're going to add objects to the scene because this is a story we want to create. And when you create a story, you have to have a scene. It's like making a movie. You have to have a scene, not just actors. So what's going on around the actors? And then we're going to go to the code, edit code. This is the other side of this program where you're going to add the instructions for what the actors will do. Okay, so let's begin with the biped class. You have many options. Let's go to the new adult. You can also change your clothes here. You can change your hair. You can put on a hat. And I can change the color of the hair. If you want to have green eyes for the day, sure, why not? And then we're going to the properties of this particular object, and I'm just going to change the name. You don't have to, but it's always a good idea to keep track of your objects. And call her Gloria. This tells me that there's something wrong. It is not a valid name if I add special characters. So the special characters need to stay out of the name. So if I wanted to make some space, an underscore is accepted. I can move her initially. I can also rotate her, tilt this object, rotate ring, and I can move her. If I know there's a bed here somewhere, I can just go straight to the search and type bed. I can also add maybe a dresser. Okay. So on the right side in the scene editor, we're going to go to the bottom. And down here, you're going to see a section for camera markers. We're going to create our very first camera marker. I'm going to call it my room. Now that I have a camera marker, even if I do something crazy and get lost in the world of Alice, you can come back, find your camera, and go to it. So the left side of this button, so the left side is going to give you access to that view. But if you need to change the view, that's what the second button on the right is for. If I want to perhaps have a more of a close-up, then in the code editor, the say command, drag that over. And instead of just using the hello, which is default, I'm going to come up with something new. Now, something important. Every single one of your programs should have a comment at the top. In the code editor, at the bottom, you're going to see the comment tab. In this, you're going to drag it to the top in order to enter your name. This is part of your documentation of the program. You're going to use another comment tile. Use it to describe this program. What does it do? What is it for? Now, follow all the instructions in the homework so that you don't miss anything. Let's go ahead and run this program. When you run the program, you get to see what you have so far. And so for now, what we're going to do is go to the code editor and we're going to add some detail. Because when she says hello everyone, it disappears too quickly. And so I need an extra second as a user to be able to read what she is saying. The other thing I want to do is I want to turn her head. Her head, I want her to look at the camera. So in this code editor view, you will have a list of objects. One of them is your adult object. Anything with this side arrow means that there are other parts you can move. So the armoire, for example, has two subparts, the right and the left door. So I'm going to get the head and I'm going to turn it, but I'm going to turn to face the camera. and let's see what happens. Except that she should probably turn to face the camera first. And because these are instructions that are listed in order, right now she says hello first and then turns to face. I want her to actually turn her face first